Welcome to my live. I am so excited that you're able to join me. We are going to have so much fun. Say hi as you come in so I know that you're here. If you are new and are not currently working with the designer, please just comment the word newbie and I will make sure to send you some Chalk Couture information. If you're watching the replay, hi. So what is Chalk Couture? We are a fun high-end DIY home decor company used to make different gifts and decorations from your home on a budget. So Chalk Couture has so many fun products. We have our Chalkology Chalk Paste, which is great for chalkboards where you can design and repeat as much as you like. We also have Couture ink, so you can make permanent on fabrics or glass or ceramics. We have hundreds of reusable silkscreen transfers, lots of fun tools, and a full assortment of different surfaces for all of your projects. You want to make sure you join my Chalkaholic VIP group. This is where there's so much more fun and there's specials. You can also sign up for a workshop. I love to hold workshops and share my love of Chalk Couture. We also have Club Couture. This is a fun mail subscription where you get an exclusive transfer and chalk paste sent to your home every month for the low price of $19.99. You can also host your own private party, get your friends and family together and make your own projects. You can also become a designer and start your own empire. There's so many different ways with Chalk Couture to make money. If you are excited about any of these things, please just send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So don't forget, in my Chalkaholic VIP group, if you post a picture of your finished project, you will be entered in a drawing for a free transfer every month. How exciting is that? So without further ado, let's go on and let's chalk this project. Thank you so much for helping me, and let's chalk. Hello. Well, happy Father's Day. It is our Sunday morning coffee and chalk. So I thought we would do a video, and I'm late because I realized everything is in my car still from yesterday. So I went and grabbed a few things out so we could do our little morning project. It is early. I'm in my pajamas, but we have our coffee. I hope you're drinking some coffee too. Let me know what's in your coffee. I always like to know what's in coffee, but I also like to see your coffee cup. So what I'd like you guys to do is post a picture of your morning coffee cup, and we're gonna do a little Father's Day giveaway today. I'm using my son's iPad that I retrieved from his bed that he snuck last night to try to see your comments here. But this morning I wanted to do a quick and easy project, one of my favorite things ever. If you're here, say hello so I can see that we are actually working here because I can't see. So say hi if you're here. I see that I'm live. Let's see. Just not on my actual page. Okay, so oh well, let's see. So today, let me share my screen with you. Everything is packed up, so I'm trying to find different things. But I'm gonna share with you my little workstation. I'm not at my normal desk, but this one is more sturdy, so I won't cause a lot of earthquakes. Okay, so hey Sue, good morning, good morning. What I would like is to do this transfer here. This is called Liberty, and this transfer is one of our transfers that is in the last chance, which means when these sell out, they are going to be gone. And I love it. It has some of the Pledge of Allegiance on it. It says, "One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." It has a star, and then it also has these cute little accents on there. So, let's see here. Going to try one more time to get this working. So when you get your transfer for the first time, you'll see that there are different cut lines on here. I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and
cut this. And welcome to the replay. If you're watching, you can still post a picture of your coffee cup that you're using today. And I will select a lucky winner for a fun little prize for Father's Day. You don't have to be a dad, you could be a mom. Or not have any children. All right, so we have our little pieces here. And then I'm gonna grab a Sharpie and I'm gonna write on here. On this one, I'm gonna write Big Burst Star. So what this helps with is this helps us put the correct backing on the right transfer, because these are reusable silkscreen transfers, and it helps us put it on the right side of the paper. I have been in some workshops and I got home and realized that if I didn't label the back, that some of the people that come to the workshop might stick it to the non-glossy side. I'll show you when you peel this off, there's a glossy side and there's like a more matte side. The matte side is kind of just like regular paper, so if you stick your transfer to that side, when you go to peel it, it's going to rip it off and it's going to make your transfer not very good. So we don't want that. Not working. Oh well. I cannot see my video, so hopefully, Sue, you're here, so that means somebody can see it, right? Somebody can see it. And what we're going to work with today is a shadow box, and look how cute this is. This is a shadow box. I took it apart already, and what we have here is we have the inside of the shadow box. So when you buy your shadow box, it comes like this, ready to hang. I went ahead and took the backing out here, and then you have a couple different options that you can do here. You could either take the canvas that's on the back, and we could just chalk it right onto the backing. That's not what I want to do. I want to chalk on the glass of the shadow box, and I want to make something to go on the back. So what I grabbed are 2 pieces of cardstock. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use the blue or if I want to use the red. I have just actually scheduled some shadow box classes at Michael's. I scheduled them at the Michael's in Eldersburg because I've had a lot of requests from the people in the Mount Airy, Eldersburg area, and also in the Anne Arundel Mills area. And they're all going to be shadow box class where you can go into Michael's, grab your shadow box, and then we are going to design them beautifully. So we have these 2 colors, and then what I want to put on it, look at these. I found these at a local craft store. They're just little, I don't know if I can call them styrofoam or what, but look how cute they are. So I'm trying to decide if I want the background to be blue or red. I'm leaning towards blue. I guess you guessed that. So what I would like to do, we'll just kind of see how this would look, is we're going to put these in the background, and then we can take our transfer and we can actually chalk it right onto the glass here. I like the blue, so we are going to go with blue. And how I do this is I'm going to turn my backing over, and I'm going to take the Sharpie that I had, and I'm going to just trace this. I'm going to trace that. That way then I can cut this paper to fit the back of my shadow box. And then you can do this any way you'd like. You can just put your cardstock on the back with tape, or you can glue it. Oh, I didn't trace it very well. Or you could glue it. And then you can either glue your filler or whatever you'd like in the background to your paper or the back of your shadow box, or you can kind of make it like a shaker box and just let them fall wherever they go in there. It doesn't have to be too uniform. What I usually do, and you don't have to worry about gluing your cardstock depending on the type of box you have. This one has a lip going all the way around. So let me show you. If I put this paper in there, it's not going to float around because there's a ledge holding it there, okay? So I'm not going to have to worry about gluing my paper to the back because I can always wash this off and make a different shadow box. It's going to show you my peat box, but it's too far away. So let's have this, and then I'm going to play around with these and see how I want to place them. Oh, geez. I'm not very OCD. I don't need things to be very uniform. Let's see. But maybe we'll just kind of play around a little bit. What do you think? We could even try to fit in more. I was trying to keep all of the colors in the middle so that when I chalk on there, there we go. When I chalk on there, you can see a lot of it. So it doesn't have to be like in certain color rows. These are different sizes, so I can kind of spread them out a little bit. We could try to inch these a little closer to get more in there. What do you think of that? Something like that. And then I have some of my E600, which is always my glue of choice for shadow boxes. And I'm just going to take this. I have a little dryness on the end. Hold on a second. Let me get my glue flowing here. I think it might have dried. Wah wah. Maybe. That is okay because we can just pretend like they're on like this, and then I don't think I have a hot glue gun down here. Change of plan, change of plan. We can improvise. I'm just going to plug in my hot glue gun here. We'll plug that in, and while that is working, we'll go ahead and chalk our glass. So, but that's just an idea of how we can do. I'm going to move this over there. We'll get our transfer. I moved all of these metal pieces outward, so I'm going to move them inward. And then here's what we have. This is our shadow box. And I'm trying to decide, with that background we just saw, if you guys would rather do our transfer in white or in a shimmer silver. I think it would look good in both. What do you think, Sue? Do you have... Let me see. Not too sure. So what we're going to do first is we have our transfer, and I'm going to take the biggest piece. I'm going to peel it off the backing, and then if you have a fuzzing cloth, great. If not, you can use a soft towel that has some lint on it, and we're going to fuzz it, which means we're going to add some lint to soften the adhesive on the back of our transfer. Okay, this transfer is brand new. It's super sticky. Glass is not porous at all. Oh, either, Sue. So it's not porous at all, so it's going to really stick to that glass. And what we don't want is the silk screen on our transfer to stretch, because we want to use this transfer over and over and over, and we want it to look perfect every time. If you are using a fuzzing cloth, you want to make sure you're using the side to fuzz that has the tag, okay? This is the terry cloth side that has the best lint. So I'm going to fuzz it. Like for glass, I do super fuzz, which means I will fuzz it quite a few times so that it does not get on the glass. If you notice you're using a transfer and when you pull it off your surface, it curls, that means you did not fuzz enough and it was too sticky. So if you notice that, just be mindful and fuzz it a few more times, okay? All right, there we go. And then if it does curl up, you can go ahead and lay it under a book or something heavy. So our fillers that I picked for here kind of has a sparkle to it, so I think we can do this in Shimmer Silver. I think that would look good on our glass also. Right now, one of our local craft stores that has a name that kind of looks like mine, Billy Joe Silver, okay, are having a huge 70% off sale on these shadow boxes, so you want to get over there. I just want to see if we're going to be able to fit this on the glass. I think we are. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm thinking so I can really get the most out of my glass. I'm going to take my box all the way apart. So that just means I'm going to take the insides out. I'm going to pop my glass out. So if you really wanted your shadow boxes to be permanent, you could use the ink on here and you could ink this glass part. I'm going to use the red cardstock we're not using so you guys can see what we're doing. You can ink this glass part and then you can stick it in your oven to bake. You're going to put it in your oven at 350. Let me make sure this is center. You can put this in your oven at 350, but you want to put it in your oven while your oven is cold, okay? And then you're going to use our ink, which has the white lid. I think all my ink is, here's one. Oh, lucky enough, it is a silver ink. So this is our silver Chalk Couture ink. So you could ink on the glass and then put it in your oven, and then while your oven is cold, set your oven at 350 degrees. And then once it reaches temperature, keep it in there for 45 minutes to an hour, and then let it cool. Turn your oven off, let it cool, and then when it comes out of your oven, it's going to be permanent and it's not going to wash off, and you can put it in the dishwasher. What else was I going to say? To get the best results also, there's a piece of lint on my glass. I would suggest after you ink your whatever you want to do, after you ink it, let it, I think it's some of the glitter from those stars, let it sit for at least 24 hours before you bake it after you ink it, and that really lets it dry and lets it set, and then you will be perfect. Okay, so we're gonna grab our silver. So this way, I wanted to see, this way, even if this didn't fit, which I think it will, if we went off of the edges, it can go off the glass and we'll still be fine. Okay, so I'm going to grab our silver ink, and our inks are such a different texture. I never find that I have to spray them with distilled water. They're always perfect. You want your paste to be the consistency of sour cream or yogurt, but with the shimmers, they are shimmery and much better. Okay, so I'm going to use our multi-angle tool on here, and I'm just going to dip it into the jar, and I'm going to put some on my transfer, and then I have to look to make sure this isn't going to be too sheer for our design. I'm just using this to spread on here. I do find that when I use the shimmer, I do use a little bit more because it is so sheer, and it kind of has a little gritty texture. And I'm just going about making sure we have a nice even layer. We don't want it thick. We would like it just a little bit. You should be able to see your transfer through your paste, whether it be shimmer or not. Maybe we'll do our bursts in a different color. We'll see. If I love the silver, we'll just do it all in silver. And then any excess that you have, you can put right back into the jar. Dun, dun, dun. I kind of gooped this up. I think I'm still asleep. Okay. Ugh. And then you don't want to pull out a diagonal. You want to grab two corners. You can either go up and down or side to side. And I'm going to hold my glass down. And we are going to peel. Oh, I love the Shimmer Silver. Look at this. If it's really sticky like on glass, I like to go side to side. That keeps your transfer from stretching. That is gorgeous. And I'm going to put the transfer into, let me show you this. You see how this is curled? It curled up a little bit. It's just super sticky because of the glass. So after I wash this, right now I'm putting it in a little bucket of water. Well, not in the water it laid flat, but if it didn't lay flat, I would just put it under a book or something like that. And okay, it looks like we'll let this dry a little bit. Look at that. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna put that to the side so that we can glue, so that it's dry when we want to put it together, because it looks like my glue gun is ready. So I'm just gonna take some of this glue. Oh my goodness gracious. My stick fell out. And I'm just gonna pop it right on there. Oh, there's another little stick that's in there. I'm trying not to electrocute myself because I have a bucket of water at my feet. I always keep my bucket of water at my feet because I always splash everything and make a mess. So I'm trying to avoid that. So we're just going to pop. This is such a fun 4th of July home decor. It doesn't have to be the 4th of July. I mean, we are doing the Pledge of Allegiance all the time. So I'm just going to glue these on so that it can dry. And then we can make our little shadow box. And again, you don't have to glue these on. You can just float them in your shadow box. It doesn't have to be glued. I just like them that way because I stand mine up a lot and I like for the whole background to be seen. Sometimes people will chalk inside their shadow box, like on that background I showed you, and then let them float around so you can see the chalking, and they don't chalk the glass. And then as these float around, you can see the design on the back. It's really cute. So either way you want to do it, you can't go wrong with shadow boxes. I'm getting glue. I think I'm still asleep. I think that's what the issue is here. There we go. All these little strings everywhere. Glue. This dries much faster than the E600 that I was going to use. And I like to use that one because after I glue it on, I can kind of manipulate them and play with it. But this is not, did I already glue you? Not as forgiving. Okay. So this is what we have. I'm just getting some of these dried glue strips. And see, it's already dry, so we can hold it up. What do you guys think? Trying to make sure nothing is sticking too far out. Like that one, I'm not too sure. Let's see. Let's just see. I might have to move that. Well, no, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. All right. So we have that. Let's bring back our glass. And then I don't know if I'm going to use the star on this one, but I love that that star can be used in a lot of different things as well. So again, I'm going to really fuzz. This is a little burst. You don't have to use them, or you can use them for any other project, but it just adds a fun little accent. It's like America is how I'm taking it when you put these on. Yeah? All right. You always want to make sure the first one you did is dry, which mine was not. Let's see, it's okay. It didn't really smear, and then we're going to place this on. And for this, I'm just going to use a mini squeegee. So it always is good to have squeegees in all different shapes and sizes for different projects, different sections. I'm known to use more than 20 squeegees just on one project. There we go. So we have it all over. I'm going to peel this nice and easy. Can you guys see that? I'm not sure. Gosh, I put my finger through it and I can kind of see where I did. Oh no, you actually can't see it. I see a shadowing on the blue paper, but we'll see. If I messed it up with my finger, we can always re-chalk over that in the silver again to fill in where my finger swiped it. The shimmers dry a lot less slower. I'm still sleeping. The silver dries a lot slower than the regular chalk paste. And then we're gonna put this one, make sure we don't get our little burst on Florida there. Wouldn't it be nice to be in Florida right now? We'll put this down there. And we're just going to chalk our little mini burst of America. Like that little burst. Okay, can you guys see it? Put that down in the bucket of water, and then if we wanted to, we can add these stars all over. I kind of like the simpler part of this. I'm gonna dry this. I can't believe I put my finger in there, but I kind of can. Okay. So here we have the glass, and we are going to put our shadow box together. So here is our box. The first thing we're going to put in, of course, is our glass. So we dropped our glass in, and this one has this little bumper that pushes our glass forward, and whatever's on our background keeps it backwards. And then our little glued background, we're going to kind of stick this in there so that it falls against that little bumper. I wonder if this, there we go. I was going to say, our stars are all different shapes and sizes. I thought that one maybe was too thick, but it was just caught on the ledge. And then if you want to hang it, you want to make sure you have your hanger on the right side. And then we're going to pop this in the back. You guys want to see it? I'm so excited. Thanks for the thumbs up. We're going to turn this around and see what we have. Oh my gosh, how adorable is this? Let's see. Look how cute this is. If you guys, there's such a reflection. How did I end up with a row of white? You guys didn't tell me I had a row of white. That's okay. We have red, white, and blue. All red, white, and blue. I might need to change that and put white in the corners instead. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix that. This is why I love Chalk Couture, because nothing is permanent. So what we're going to do, and now there's a little lip here, so even if my chalk was wet, it's not going to touch anything because there's a lip on there. What should we do here? I'm thinking, well, actually, when it's out of it, it doesn't look bad. Maybe it's because it was on the top. Let's put it so that it's, I just put my finger in my chalk. Let's try this. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay. Let's try this. What do you guys think of it? Oh, I see some hearts. Good. And then our top is this way. So now you can always change what's on your paper, and you can change what is on your glass as much as you want. Oh, I like that much better. So we have our Pledge of Allegiance. Let me come back here a little bit. What an adorable shadow box. Isn't it cute? Now you could have done this in white. You could have done it in different colors. We could have done like a hot mess. Well, I don't want to say that the United States is a hot mess, but you know what I mean. There we go. This is a super fast and fun, easy Sunday morning project. So join me tomorrow for another project. Okay? Have a great Father's Day, and I hope you have a great rest of weekend. Bye.